Yes, sir.
What's the topic?
We've been busy lately. Very busy. We're coming up on our 5th convention of this year, 6th convention, 7th. It doesn't matter. We
Our
had a great,
second in 5 weeks.
right. We had a great time at Comic-Con. We had a great time at E3, obviously. Comic-Con was a specific blast because it was an opportunity really to just get out there and network with a lot of people, a lot of our peers. But I'm tired. And it's only going to get ever more so by the fact that we have got
There's 5 weeks,
more
4 conventions.
Right. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm very happy to be going, and I'm very happy to be traveling with you gentlemen. And in a couple specific instances, I get to bunk with Colin. So we will, I'm sure, pick up our conversation of chatting like little schoolgirls, giggling until the wee hours of the morning. But if you guys were given a week off right now,
Yeah.
Oh my God.
what's your ideal way to spend an entire? I'm talking like an entire week, no, all expenses paid for. The company's just like, hey, Tim, you've done a great job. We'll send you anywhere you want. You can do anything you want. How do you take a vacation? What's your vacation?
I mean, this is such a lame answer, but seriously, all I would want, and I said this yesterday to you guys, I just want 3 days to sleep. I don't care where I'm sleeping. Actually, I just want a bed.
Yeah.
Just get me a bed with a lot of pillows. Like, I want pillows surrounding me.
You should want a bed made of pillows.
Yeah.
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 I like that.
Yeah.
That sounds really good. And then I want strategically throughout those 3 days, 2 meals a day. I don't need breakfast. So just lunch and dinner. I want people to, right when I want them to, come to me, take me to wherever I want to go, eat out somewhere, and then take me right back. Maybe go to a Best Buy on the way back, walk around a little bit,
Right.
Get your
then go
exercise.
back in the bed and lay until the next feeding time
You okay?
and just go. The person would be Kevin. I would want Kevin to pick me up, and I want Kevin to take me to the Best Buy.
Okay.
And the rest of the days, I just go back to work. I can't imagine not working.
Yeah.
But I want 3 days.
3 days.
Hibernation.
3 days of hibernation.
Hibernation 2015. We deserve like a hibernation con.
Okay.
I like it.
Hypercon.
Hypercon?
Hypercon.
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 Hypercon. Like Cybertron.
Hyper doesn't sound, no.
I know, but it
Hypercon sounds like
cooler.
the opposite of what we want.
Yeah, exactly. It sounds like we're going to be really
We're
busy.
gonna be really
I don't want that
fucking
at all. No, not at all.
Yeah, I think that's it. You
Okay.
know, I could add a bunch of little more details, but I think you guys get the picture.
No, that makes sense. Colin, what would you do if 3 days, 4 days, 10
3 days,
weeks?
4 days. I mean, here's the thing about vacations for me, and by that I mean like leaving and going places, is that I never enjoy it. Like I'm always, when I go somewhere, wherever it is, I always can't wait to not be there anymore. And I don't know why that is. Like, I need to be in my space, and my space is my space. It's not even. I even feel that way when I go to New York. Like, I'm excited to be there and excited to see people, but I'm also like, all right, like, I don't have all my accoutrements in my life here right now. I need my accoutrements.
I need my accoutrements.
But like when I was in Iceland or when I go to Europe or when I've gone to Japan, I enjoy my time at these places, but I'm always like, all right, 5 more days. All right, 4 more days. All right, 3 more days. And I'm always excited the day I leave. Because I'm like, I don't have to be here anymore. And I know that that's fucking weird. I just don't, because I've never had like a bad vacation or been in a place where I was like, this is awful and I can't fucking believe I'm in this fucking shithole. But it's more like I just like being in my own space. So my ideal vacation is what I called retirement vacation, which I took when our last year at IGN, which is like I took like 10 days off and I just didn't do a fucking goddamn thing. I like got up every morning, I went to the diner and had breakfast, I laid around and played games and just chilled and watched movies, and I didn't do fucking anything. And that was so ideal. That's why I'm so excited, and I call it a retirement vacation because that's a replication of what I want my retirement to be, which is doing nothing. You know, my uncle, who I love very much, is about to retire from his job, and he built a new house and he's leaving the island. And I was asking him, what are you gonna do? You know? And I'm like, you gonna vacation? You want to play golf? And he's like, no, just want to hang out. And I'm like, oh, you son of a bitch. he gets it. You know, he totally gets it. He's like, I'm just gonna do whatever. No plan. Just gonna hang out. I got all the money I need. I got my house, got my wife, got my dogs. Just gonna chill. I'm like, fuck, man. Because most people, I feel like there's always an agenda, right? Most people are like, I want to travel. And I'm like, I don't want to fucking travel. I don't care. You know, like we have the, like, I know it's such like an ignorant American thing to say, but I've been places. I've been like in different countries around the world and I've enjoyed it. But we have the internet. We have movies and TV. I don't need to be there on the ground necessarily.
With the way VR is going,
We'll be
5
fine.
years you're going to be able to tour the Louvre whenever you want.
Exactly. So it's just, to me, it's just that I'd feel that way regardless of where I lived. It's like, where is the most Colin shit, right? In Colin's apartment or house, wherever that might be. It was in Boston. It was in New York. Now it's in San Francisco. So ideally, I would just stay in San Francisco and just do whatever I want.
Yeah.
And so I don't feel the need to travel or do those kinds of things. I know that's weird. I know that's so profoundly weird to people, but that's just, I think it speaks to my homebodiness and kind of my, I like to just be alone. I know people think that that's a joke, and it's not. I don't mean that literally. Like, I like being around my friends. Like, we're together every day, but I generally like to just be left alone. I like to be left to my own devices.
I don't think that's weird though. I mean, because I'm like that too, and like my answer is very much like that. Now thinking about it though, because I'm not totally 100% not wanting to interact with anybody, so that's why I have Kevin picking me up for food and stuff. But to flesh this out a bit more, if I have a week, I want 3 days of my HyperCon, then I want to go so hard at Disneyland like I've never went. Like I want to just go nuts.
You're going to do every ride.
I mean, that's not that hard.
Sorry.
That's just normal, Greg.
You're going to eat a corn dog.
I'm gonna go pretty nuts though. We're gonna go hard. I want to be there from opening to close. Tire myself the fuck out. Then 1 day of sleep to get my shit back.
Recalibrate.
Then a day in Hawaii. Now, in order for all of this to be perfect, I want there to be no travel time.
Teleportation.
So someone needs to pay to teleport me because that's how that works. And I want them to teleport all my friends. And all I want to do in Hawaii is 2 things: jump off cliffs into water and wrestle with people in water. That's it. Then I want to go back and the rest of the time sleep.
Virgin America goes to Hawaii now.
Oh, I know, Greg.
Save them points.
I know.
Okay, just letting you know.
That's it. Greg?
I mean, mine's similar to Colin. Yeah, like if it was right now, you're giving me a week off, right? It would be a bad scene. Because the first thing I would do is call Konami and be like, "Can I get Metal Gear early? Can I get I don't want to burn this week off and not have something to play.
Right.
I want to have something I'm all in on. This is what I want to do. You know what I mean? So I would do that, hit them up, or Fallout. You know what I mean? Like in a perfect world, I'm going to delay the weeks to one of these points in time.
Right.
So I can do that. And then wake up when you wake up, play games, go out for a pizza, hang out, walk Portillo.
Yeah.
I'm just like Tim. I'd be drawn back to work, clean up the YouTube pages. You can delete all this playlist, by the way. I was looking at them last night. I'm like, I'm never gonna have time to read.
I will.
I'm never gonna have time to put these into another playlist.
Yeah.
So fuck it. I'll just
make
re-find
notes
all
of
my
anything that
shit.
looks important.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just dumb shit like that. But it's like, yeah. I mean, maybe I would go to Colombia. I like going to Colombia and visiting, hanging out with friends and family there. You know, do a football weekend like I did. I guess not the real. Last time for vacation, went to Mexico for that week.
Right.
Before that, went to Missouri for a week and hung out in Colombia. And I liked Colombia, Missouri more than I liked Mexico. I would rather stay in Columbia, Missouri a week, where I woke up me, Christine, and I woke up whenever we wanted to. We went downtown and ate either at Shakespeare's or CJ's for wings. Then we walked over to Shortwave Coffee and we played Freedom Wars at the table. That was perfect. And it was bookended by football games. That was a perfect vacation. Now, that was a perfect vacation because the game I wanted to play was portable. Big asterisk.
Big
there. You see what I'm saying? Like if Metal Gear would have been out then no, fuck no. I don't want to be in Missouri. I want to be fucking around the big TV.
Interesting.
I don't want to go anywhere.
Yeah. See, I think the reason I bring this up a little bit is because my wife and I were talking about this last night, where she was like, she obviously works in the city and feels locked into the city, right? She doesn't travel nearly as much as we do.
Yeah.
And so I think my initial gut reaction is I just want to stay here and do nothing and recharge. But then I think back to the times when she has gotten me to travel somewhere else. And I think the power of that for me, bless you. Thanks. Is that when I do go somewhere else, I don't take the work with me. And I do physically feel like I'm removed and recharging the battery and disconnected. Where if I stay in my home, eventually what's going to happen is I'll be like, the first day is awesome. I'll sleep, where I'll do all the things I normally like to do. Go to Starbucks in the morning, read a little bit, hit it a couple times. Just slowly. Just a 4-hour jerk sesh. Oh, I thought you were. What are you doing over there?
I'm moving my leg.
Okay.
You get me aroused.
Jesus,
my pants are getting too tight over here.
Fantastic. But then inevitably on the second or third day, what happens is the phone starts to come out, and then I see an email real quick. Let me get the
I'm
laptop
texting
out.
you. Hey, I know you're on vacation, but can I get a lower
Can I
third?
do this thing? So to me, I think the optimal way to do it is how I normally go on vacation with my wife, where we just go someplace and chill, like nice hotel room, not too far away, not a crazy flight, so I'm jet lagged, so it takes me a day to jet lag before I can actually relax. Preferably somewhere in the United States. It could be Hawaii, but someplace where my cell phone still works, so I don't have to worry about any of that shit. And then just, big comfy hotel room, nice view. We walk around a lot so we can tucker each other out, go to a nice dinner, come back, chill, maybe order some room service in the morning or so at some point, and then a massage appointment here and there just to kind of work out the rest of the tension. And then just me, my wife, and a big hotel bedroom. That's it. That's
Tucking
really
each
it.
other out.
And occasionally, like if we're like down in Santa Cruz, maybe that hotel room has a lot of freshly made cookies that I would be okay with. When my wife and I do that sometimes when we travel, we'll hit one place and we'll hit it hard. Like last time we went to a place called the
Cookie Factory.
no
Cookies on wheels.
something like that.
Cook.
No, but when we went down to Monterey. Oh, was it Monterey? What's the we went to Monterey one time and we found this cheese place and I was like, bam, we're just getting a lot of cheese and salami and crackers.
Okay.
And we just subsisted off of those for like an entire day and a half.
Nice.
Then I felt really bad.
Yeah.
Right after.
You're all sodium.
Yeah, it was bad. But I like those opportunities. That's why I'm happy. I gotta talk to my wife a little bit more about that. But it is hard because wrapping your head around getting back on a plane right now for pleasure doesn't sound pleasurable. Getting back in the car to drive for a few hours to go someplace for pleasure doesn't sound pleasurable. What really does sound great to me would be to do exactly what Tim said. There's some combination of all of you where it's just sit on a bed until it's time for someone to bring me food, go out to my couch, sit on the couch with my big screen TV, put on a movie that I like, and then just open my mouth and have someone put the Taco Bell into my mouth.
And then they do this to your jaw to make you chew.
Yeah. And then when I have to poop, they just get in there and take it all out for
get
me.
right up in that butt.
Just
Oh
hose
my
it out.
God.
Just vacuum out. Zzz. Jesus Christ, he had a lot of nachos this time. Zzz.
They're doing the commentary while they
Yeah.
do it. That's gross.
Jesus, what's going on here? This
Well,
guy's got a lot going
I
on.
like
in
how
his
much-
head.
Yeah, why are they moving around?
I feel like
so
it would just
much?
be a
They're all-
tube. It's more of like a.
No, they're in there.
All right.
They're
all
really
up in there.
vacuuming, huh?
They're getting
Yeah.
all the crevasses out of my
Hey, to each his own.
my bowels. They're
Sure.
just getting up there. Some corn.
I've had some shit shoved into my ass by doctors in the past, and it's similar.
Yeah. No, I remember that whole ordeal in your life.
Oh, it's
I was here for
fantastic.
that time period.
I told you the whole thing about how the first time a doctor stuck his finger in my ass when I was a kid. It was
Was
because
this hopefully an appointment that you made for this?
no,
or-
it was so weird. He just told me to come into a room and he put a no, I like the one thing, the unfortunate thing you learn when you have like stomach and colon problems is that it's just a lot of it is
Things
just
are going up
focused
there.
on your ass
Yeah.
because that's just the way in. And
It's just.
and
I mean, that's my motto, really.
and or they
very
can go down
true.
your throat too, but that's
You don't want
endoscopies
that.
are
That's
even
invasive.
worse. I've had that too.
Given the choice of a giant tube down my throat or a giant tube up my butt, I'll go butt.
They're gonna knock you out either way. I would just rather them not be fucking around like with my throat.
Yeah, just cut my butt.
But I'll never forget. Like the doctor was like, "All right, I got you." Put his glove on, put the lube on his fucking finger. I was just like his Vaseline or whatever. And he's just like, "All right, I gotta
I like how
do
Nick
this."
goes 2 fingers.
And he's putting it all on his hand. But I remember he's like, "All right, at the count of 3, I'm gonna go in and I'm just gonna feel around." And then I remember him go 1, 2, and just went in. And I was like, I was like, "Oh my god." And I'll never forget because my dad, obviously, way older, and you have to be careful with that shit when you get older. You get a lot of your prostate exam and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, he's like, you're a man and just get used to it because this is the way. It's the older you get, the more doctors are just going to be wanting to probe your ass basically with all matter of things to make sure you're okay. So,
Growing up, my dad told me, he was like, being a man really means letting other men play with your butthole. And I took that to heart.
yeah, no, absolutely. The one thing I was wondering when I got my colonoscopy last time was that they knock you out and the drugs are just the best, and then they make me so fucking loopy, man. They're
Love it.
they're funny videos that Cheryl has of me that are like I don't remember anything that I'm saying.
It's great
or doing.
that she took a video of you.
Oh yeah, that was the funniest
That's
thing.
awesome.
Posterity
And they
sake.
put you on your side, and then they and I was just like, what? I was always curious, like based on these guys do this every day, right? This team of people at Kaiser or whatever, they do this every day.
Yeah.
So they have
They chose that lifestyle.
yeah, I mean, this is the doctor specializes in these things. The team probably, they're very good at it.
Get
but
the butt guy.
But I'm like, what? I wish I was cognizant enough to ask because the doctor was talking to me. I remember the doctor talking to me and be like, he was literally like, you have no idea what I'm saying. So I'm just going to talk to you later.
Right.
Because I was like so loopy and weird.
Right.
But I wanted to ask like, what is the nature of my ass compared to the asses that you've probed before? Am I in like the top 10 or 20% in terms of cleanliness and shape and size? In other words, is my ass good? When you saw my ass, was it better than usual or were you disappointed? that the ass
Yeah.
wasn't as good.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't. That can mean anything. The nature of the hole, the hairiness level, the fat content,
Smoothness, smell.
Exactly.
There's a tightness factor too that you're like, I want it to be as tight as humanly possible, but
Sure.
then that's kind of the opposite of what the doctor wants because then he can't get a couple knuckles in there.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
So I wanted to ask someone like, what is the nature of it? And I'll tell you again. I 100% woke up during that colonoscopy. I'll never forget it. Like I think I told you guys like, and people, you have false memories when you're drugged like that. But I swear to God, I woke up and like a male nurse like jumped on top of me. Like to like make me not move. Like I could feel something like in my ass and in me, and I like jarred awake. And I remember someone like coming around like almost like bear hugging me because if I kept moving, I probably would have ripped something and like killed myself.
Yeah, that's
like I
bad.
remember that really clearly, and then I was just back knocked out again. And I'm like, there's no way I made that up, right? But maybe I did. I don't know. It was scary. Like it's a scary thought. It's like I'll never know if it's a real memory or not.
But my question to you, and this might be getting a little too personal.
There's probably nothing you can ask me.
But
that's
when
too
you
personal.
woke up,
Yeah.
was there a part of you that was aroused by the whole occasion?
No, because
Did you look down and see yourself just like, Jesus Christ, I've never seen something that erect in my entire life.
No, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. It's because when I wake up from my endoscopy or colonoscopy, I am so wasted that I wouldn't have time to enjoy the moment. You know what I mean? I am so fucked up.
Right.
So for some reason, that particular drug does something to me like that it's not supposed to do.
No.
Like it's supposed to knock you out and make you loopy, but I am fucking wrecked.
Yeah.
On that shit. Like,
Yeah.
and I kid around with the doctor the first time. He didn't like it very much. Or one of the nurses where I'm like, man, those drugs are like awesome. And I think it was like the nurse where just like looked at me and was just like, the fuck's wrong with you? But yeah, I am almost uncomfortable when I wake up from one of those things because I'm like, I have no idea what the fuck is going on. And I know I don't know what the fuck is going on. And it's kind of scary.
Yeah.
That sounds horrifying. I don't think anyone's ever put anything in my butt. Ever. I don't think a
Not that you
doctor
know
ever
of.
did
That's a
anything.
topic for another day. I think. 'Cause this was vacations.